New tonight, the feds say this Florida woman stole millions of dollars from an 87-year-old Holocaust survivor.
They say the two of them met on a dating website back in 2017. Fox 35's Dave Puglisi is joining us live in the studio tonight. So, Dave, this report says she spent years draining his life savings.
Luann, investigators say Stergo's actions forced the victim to lose his home. All the while, they believe Stergo was using that money to buy cars, boats, and even a home right here in Central Florida. Peaches Stergo is accused of stealing $2.8 million from an 87-year-old Holocaust survivor. Investigators believe the two met on a dating app in 2017. They say not long after, the fraud began.
Their creativity knows no bounds.
Investigators believe Stergo repeatedly lied to the victim, convincing him into sending her $50,000 a month. The indictment states she made the victim believe that her bank needed more money or her account would freeze and she'd lose it all. Out of fear of losing his money, the victim sent 62 checks worth over $2.8 million.
There's typically a sense of urgency and some reason why the money chain has to continue.
Experts say romance fraud crimes like this are on the rise nationwide and are affecting people of all ages. Experts say scams like this are preventable.
If they feel they're being told the only way to get their money back is by investing additional funds, that's a huge red flag.
The first step is always having that open line of communication and maintaining a relationship with family members, because isolation, both real and perceived, is always the first factor or a warning sign in and of itself.
Silver and Morello say to have financial advisor or a bank contact a trusted person if they notice unusual activity. That contact can help freeze the money before a big loss.
Don't be afraid to speak up if you're worried that somebody's taking advantage of you. And if something doesn't make sense, respect your own spidey senses. Speak up, speak to family members. There's a lot of resources out there.
And one of those resources is the AARP, who have a Fraud Watch call line available that you can call with any questions about fraud. Experts also say not to blame the victim for being scammed or strip them of their financial freedoms, because that fear of that happening tends to be what makes matters worse in the first place. In the studio, Dave Puglisi, Fox 35 News.
Dave.